Hello, everybody. It is Prelude Boy 99, and I am currently sick. I'm recovering from an illness. I believe it was a virus or a flu. Um, that's why I kind of sound a little bit weird, so I apologize. Well, I got a lot of comments asking me my thoughts on this thing, and I was too sick to really make a before you buy. So this is more so like the after party. This is the aftermath of the Hot Wheels RC R32 Skyline Pandem. And if you guys noticed, this Pandem is rocking the same livery that the Modern Classics R32 Pandem had. I have the regular, the Chase, and I was able to successfully get one of these things. And, I knew this was going to sell out immediately because it's a JDM car, it's an RC, it's the size of a Hot Wheels, and it lights up. So those are already things that had all of the things that people want in a 164 scale RC. They made a product that people wanted, so they decided to sit back, kick their feet up, and watch the chaos ensue. And there was a lot of chaos. I went on Facebook and on the Hot Wheels page where they were promoting this R32 Skyline RC. There was a lot of negative comments, that I was reading. And there were some people that were just straight up just bragging about the number of RCs they were able to get because there was no limit with this thing. It was open to the public. You don't need an RLC membership for this. So it was first come, first serve. And yeah, that's what happened. It's the classic story of I went on the website, waited for 6 minutes, and it was sold out before I can even pay for it. Right now, Mattel is laughing at all of you because you guys are fighting each other for not being able to get this. And, you're not going to send them a message by fighting with a scalper, fighting with somebody that bought 15 of them to sell. You guys are just making yourselves look foolish by doing that. And it's really unfortunate that they did not limit these because, you know, I, everyone everyone wanted to get this. Even I knew it was going to sell out within 10 minutes. And it is unfortunate that, people who are new to this hobby, they don't really know better. So they don't really treat this as a high stakes event, if that makes sense. They think, oh, it's going to be on sale on this day. I'm not going to prepare for it. So I'm just going to, you know, get on the website after work or something like that. And then it sells out in 10 minutes. And, you know, your only option is to purchase this on eBay, which is currently going for 120, 150 from where I'm seeing it. I didn't look at the sold listings, but I can imagine it's higher than retail. That's usually how it works. Is that whenever uh, whenever a sale goes on and it sells out, it's more than the retail price, which is again unfortunate. So I'm making this video to pretty much just highlight the big issue here, in that Mattel just they don't care about you. They really don't, because if they did, they would have limited the amount that could be purchased. Because even with the Optimus Prime, I believe there was a limit for how many you can purchase with the Optimus Prime. I believe there was a purchase limit of 4, but with this RC, there was just no limit at all. Um, Even though it's a pre-order, uh, they can still sell out, and that's a common misconception with this. Is that people think that because it's a pre-order that these things are going to be plentiful. But the difference between a pre-order and a made-to-order is that a made-to-order is that they make it depending on how many people buy it. So let's say I buy 3 of them, they're going to make 3 of them for me. But if it's a pre-order, they have an amount that they made, and you can reserve purchase for however many that you want, and then when they start shipping them out, you're going to get one. So this is a Creations exclusive design. So what does that mean? It means that this specific car is exclusive to the website, meaning you can't get it anywhere else. That doesn't mean that this car is not going to come back in some shape or form in retailers. Perhaps maybe it'll come back in black or some other color, or maybe it might be a different car. It could be a Sylvia R34, maybe it could be a Supra or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but from what they said from the convention that happened last month, they said that this was not going to be the last one. They're definitely making more RCs. So for those of you guys who are concerned, they're going to make more RCs like this. It's probably not going to be the Nissan Skyline, but they're definitely going to make RCs like this, which is going to be all decked out, having headlights and taillights, underglow and turn signals and all that stuff. So I guess, yeah, the reason I'm making this video is just pretty much highlighting the fact that Mattel, they really don't care about you, and that it's pointless to fight other people online who brag about buying 10, 15, 20 of them just to resell, because they fuel on that stuff. That's what fuels them, is the rage bait. Just like what Lamley does with some of his videos, like him throwing the Supers in his backyard. It was rage bait. I fell for it. I'll admit that I fell for that. And what these people are doing in the comment section is they want attention, so they're going to rage bait people and pretty much just say, hey, I got 20 of them, so I'm going to sell them for triple the price in your face. And my advice to you guys is to ignore that. Please ignore that, because spending an entire afternoon fighting somebody, it's a big fat waste of time. So for those of you guys who missed it, my advice is to be patient. There's definitely going to be more like this in the future. And, as a community, we need to really do better on stuff like this. Especially when it comes to RCs like this. I don't know if this thing is going to be as good as they promote it to be. They did a really good job promoting this, especially Lamley. He made a video showcasing this in his studio, and he did a really good job. And it hyped a lot of people. I got one because I was curious with how well this is going to do to be an RC toy. I know that this is going to be like a desk toy. This is not going to be like a fully fledged RC. Like, the RCs that you see in those videos that drift around the cones and stuff. I know this thing is not going to be that. This is just a desk toy, a collectible desk toy at that. And for $55 to get started into this hobby, I don't think it's that bad. I don't know if you could make something like this for cheaper, but I know that there's going to be skills involved and tools that you're going to need to purchase in order to do something like this. I know it's possible to make a 1/64 scale RC, but I'm not sure about the skill needed to perform this, or the money that needs to go into this. I'm not entirely sure, but for this to be an entry point, I don't think it's that bad. So yeah, I was definitely intrigued. I knew this was going to be a hot item. I absolutely knew it was going to be a hot item, especially since they chose the R32 Nissan Skyline for it. Like, I knew the moment I saw that it was going to sell out like crazy. And of course, the discourse is people fighting with each other. And because people are fighting with each other, Mattel, they're just looking at you guys, laughing at you guys, because they're like, we just made a great product that's going to make people fight each other. That's how good our products are. They're probably popping champagne right now as we speak, because this thing sold out in 10 minutes. So my advice to you guys, don't engage with people in the comments section. Even the people that say, oh, there's a whole bunch of crybabies in this comment section. All you guys do is complain. Ignore those people. Don't interact with those people, because their goal is to get attention. That's what they thrive on. My second piece of advice is, don't purchase this via eBay, or don't buy this from a scalper, because again, you're fueling their bad habits. You're fueling them or rewarding them to do bad behavior like this, which is buying an obscene amount of them just to resell for double or triple the value. If I'm being completely honest with you, I wish they would have done a limit on this, like 2 per household or something like that. But of course, they're not going to care. They don't care about you. And this is proof of that. They make a great product, and instead of making it fair for everybody, they open the floodgates so that way scalpers and bots can get as many of these as they could and resell them to you for triple the price. We know they don't care about you because there was a convention. Brendan Vitesky said in a Lamley video that they just chose the R34 as the dinner car as for resale value. So this is just proof that they don't care about you. This is a great this looks like a good product, but the way they went about it was terrible. This was a disaster. Again, this is I don't know how many more times we have to go through this in order to fully grasp to fully grasp that concept. But it was always going to happen like this. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.